Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is George Schlacek and I love adventure. One of my favorite things to do is to ride my road bike on a sunny morning along the river. It helps me put all my current worries in perspective and makes me feel great, both mentally and physically. But as you probably know yourself, it doesn't always go perfectly, which is of course part of the adventure. But hey, nothing is more annoying than the unthinkable. In today's video, I'll be sharing my experience with self-adhesive patches. Well, the other day I was riding my road bike to town and back, and guess what? My tire went flat. My rear tire, same one that went flat earlier this season already, so you can imagine I wasn't too thrilled, but I wasn't too far away from home, so my first idea was I'll just push it home. But then I remembered I have this little patch kit that I'm going to show you today, and I'm going to show you what happened. Because, yes, there are patches in there, so I attempted to fix the puncture. It started off by taking off the wheel just like usual, taking off the tire off the wheel. I pumped up the tube, checked for a puncture, found a puncture, then I checked the inside of the tire, found a sharp object, removed it, then I put the patch on. Simple, right? You'd think that's it. I was done. I was fixed up. Oh, my stuff's blowing all over. Alright, the patch kit that I'm talking about is this. It's got the Bontrager logo on it. It's a beautiful small bag that goes underneath your saddle. It's got tire levers in there. See, it even came with the small multi-tool, which is awesome because it's small, doesn't add any weight at all really. And it's got useful stuff on there, mostly Allen keys, some screwdriver tips. It's very windy here. I hope you can hear me okay. My stuff's blowing around. Well, there's also a patch kit in there. See? The patches that are in there, they're like this. They're not like the patches that I'm used to. See, in my old-fashioned world, which I still live in some ways, a patch kit comes with rubber cement. So you put the rubber cement on the tire, let it dry for 5-10 minutes till it's kind of dry. Then you put the patch on and squeeze it pretty good, and it's never failed me. Except if there were multiple punctures or something like that, but it's never failed me. The rubber is as good as if it was a new tire. Now the difference here was this patch, you peel it off the backing like a sticker and you put it on the rubber. There's a piece of sandpaper in there, it's coarse, so that you can rub it really good. And then you're supposed to put the sticker on there without anything else. Don't believe me? Well, see, this is what it shows. So, there's step one, what is it? The sandpaper. Step 2, you take the patch off the backing, and step 3, you put it on the tire. Does that work? Well, let me tell you, the other day it did not. But I don't know 100% sure if this was the patch that failed me, or if perhaps there's another puncture or another problem with the tube, which is, by the way, a tube that I bought just 3 weeks ago. So let's find out. I can't wait to see if that's the patch that failed me. I prefer these tire levers for when I'm at home because they can hook onto the rim, which I really like. Yeah, that goes really quick. Geez, I hope you can hear me okay because it's quite windy. All right. Now let's locate that patch. See this? See what happened? Like this? Yeah, part of it stuck. But I don't think it covered the puncture. I would say that this isn't a good patch. I would say that it failed me. However, we're gonna patch this with a proper patch. I can see the hole, and then pump it up again and see if that solves the problem. So those self-adhesive patches, did you ever have any experience with them? Do you like them? Do you use them? Sorry about the sound because the wind is blowing like crazy today, but what am I gonna do? I can't leave my road bike in the shed with the flat tire. So instead of getting those self-adhesive patches from Bontrager, the patch kit itself with the little bag under the saddle is good. And by the way, there's a tiny little pump included in that, which is really good too. But the patch kit itself, I don't like it. So what I use instead, and what's going in there, is this little kit. It's from Park Tool. It's got rubber cement in it. And besides that, piece of sandpaper and a bunch of patches, small ones and bigger ones, and that's how I'm gonna fix my tire. And I bet you there isn't any other puncture, it's gonna be solved. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Just making sure this is gonna stick well. That's what the sandpaper is for. Jeez, I can't believe it's so windy. With the wind blowing like that, this should dry in no time at all if it doesn't fly away on me. The rest, it's going into my little saddlebag, so I will have it available the next time something goes wrong. There you go. Park Tool. Okay, I'll take the patch. I think the little one will do just fine. Could just tear it off. Put everything back in here. Now, this is similar to the self-adhesive patch, of course, because we still have to peel off the backing. There, got it off now. This aside so it doesn't fly away. See, I'm almost wondering if the other patch would have worked had we applied the same kind of adhesive. So I'm wondering if the instructions aren't leaving out the essential part, because maybe these patches are just as good as this one, but you have to use the rubber cement. This, I always find this part hardest, to take off this plastic. But now this tire, I am convinced that it's good now. There's no doubt in my mind that the tire is fixed now. I'm gonna put it back on the bike and pump it up, and we'll see what happens. Looks like we're having quite the storm here today. Anyways, the result of my little test, and I think you probably already guessed what it is. This works. This is the classical way of putting a patch on. You use rubber cement. The other patches, I don't know, I should probably try them with rubber cement. Maybe they're gonna work. Did I do something wrong? Let me know in the comments. This was the first time I tried out these patches that came with my little kit. I thought you just peel them off, stick them on, be done. Besides, using the sandpaper to rough up the surface. Was I mistaken? Let me know. Otherwise, don't use those patches. That would be so frustrating, I tell you, because nothing is worse than putting on a tire, then pumping it up and noticing right away that it doesn't fill with air. That's where I was yesterday. So I ended up pushing the bike. Hey, I hope you found this video useful. If so, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. I have more content like this coming up. Thanks for watching, and you might want to check out what's on the screen right now. See you later.